happily married meaning there is no tears, there is no fights, there is, like everything that's happy that
Hi everyone, my lovely viewers. I have my friend Tanti. She's from Seattle all the way. I have to put her down to Dubai, and I missed her a lot for a long time. And reunited with her again is a blessing. Thank you for being here.
that is very true.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, and just like I've been going around asking women all over the world, not just women partners, their views concerning marriage, relationship, because it can never be spoken enough. We need to educate each other and the next generation. So, Tanti, you look very good today.
Just for you,
Oh, bling bling,
Claudia.
Dubai bling bling. Okay. So, I have a question for you. Happily married. What's that for you?
Happily married. So I guess my perception of happily married has changed over time. When the first time we got married, I thought that happily married meaning there is no tears, there is no fights, there is, like everything that's happy, that you will smile, hold hands every day, like cherish one
Happily ever
another,
after, happily ever
happily
after.
ever after. Yes, that what was my thought.
The Disney kind of marriage, like
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah. You're right, because when I was growing up, one of my hobbies is seeing Disney's movies, of course, like from Cinderella, Snow White, like there are many of them, the characters, when they're happily married, that no problem. But then from my real life, I found out that that is such a misconception.
Yeah, definitely.
So what happened is that life is a journey, and when you choose someone becoming your husband, he will become your partner in life. A journey is not always going nice all the time. We have to go and downs, many different seasons in our life, sometimes winter, sometimes fall, spring, summer. It takes turns. And happily married is that for me right now, how you both can go together through all of the season and encourage each other, learning from one another, and growing together. So even though we come from different backgrounds, different ethnicity, because my husband, he's an American, he's white, and I'm yellow, I'm Asian.
You're not yellow, you're exotic.
People call it that way. My daughters always like make fun of me.
Exotic.
So I don't think that the color of the skin matters, but when you love one another, the most important thing is that both of you have to make sacrifice.
Yeah, that was going to be my second question, because marrying into you're into interracial marriage, and interracial marriage, as I'm very passionate about, which I am right now, is what are the challenges that you faced and how did you come out of it? Based on you are from different ethnic background.
I think that because you raise differently from different culture, of course your point of view is different. I realized that also from our daughters. We have two daughters that raised under the same family, even their point of view is different. To bring these two together, it's not easy, but to be open and of course to forgive, that's very important, because nobody is perfect. Everybody, at some point will make mistakes.
We are humans.
We are humans.
We are due to make mistakes. But in these mistakes, it's taking accountability that, oh, I've made a mistake, so I'm sorry.
That's right. And we have to forgive not just our partner, but also ourselves, because we realize that we are also not a perfect being, you know, like the only one that perfect is just God. So we are here to learn. And I think that to be able to ask for forgiveness, we need to learn to be humble.
Yeah.
Because the nature of human being is,
right,
at least for me,
itself.
And I feel at one point of my life, I felt like I graduated from the US, from a well-known university with a really good GPA. So I already knew it all. And
nobody does.
Yes, that's right.
Nobody
Claudia.
does. Nobody does. And yeah, I'm really happy to have you here. And thank you for your wisdom. And I hope anyone listening. So, for the person listening who wants to go into interracial marriage, what will you say to that person? What would be your advice based on your own experience?
I guess, you know, like, especially when we are young, we thought that romance only is enough. Just having all of those, you know, like all of those beautiful feelings, right? But marriage is not just that feeling. It's much more than that.
Spiritual.
It's spiritual too. And that is, I think that's the base of it.
Yeah, because if you would communicate your emotional needs to him, because he can read your mind, right?
Yes.
He doesn't know what you're going through, but you're assuming that.
Yeah, don't use assumption.
Like, okay, he's supposed to actually know I'm going through this, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know until you communicate it to him and say, look, this is what I'm going through.
That's true.
You know, so then he realized it and like, oh, I never knew you were going through this the whole time. So then that comes to humility and asking for forgiveness. That I'm so sorry, I never knew you were going through this, because now you communicate it to him and not assuming that he knows it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And I think that inside that communication, what's most important is that to think positively no matter what. And that's what the Bible is saying too. Everything that noble, everything that holy, everything that pleasant, think about that. And we as human beings, oftentimes, it's very easy for us to think negatively. And we thought that, oh, there must be a trick in this. There must be this and that, you know. And I learned that through this positive thinking, it's not naive though. Positive thinking is different from naiveness. Yeah. Positive thinking is that you approach things with positive attitude, but you still, you know, like being
like you always see the best in people.
Yeah, you see
and wish the best for them.
But you also prepare
because you might get a negative backlash from them. So you prepare yourself, you guard your heart. That I think positive about you. And I see the best of you. So, but I guard my heart. So in case you turn around as a backlash, I am secured. I don't get hurt.
Yes.
Okay.
And that security we have in God, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, my viewers, you've heard it. The new generation, you've heard it. This is Tante. I'm so happy she's here and to share her wisdom in marriage. And yeah, to see you next time. You know how we say it here, a happy home is a happy nation. Bye.
Bye.